Hi, today I'm connecting a little bit early as I have a meeting in 20 minutes or so. And at this time, I'm preparing for recording the first episode of a new podcast that we will announce soon, Legacy Code Maintenance and Modernization. So stay tuned for that. But I'm also working on a presentation that I'm going to give at MenderConf in mid-May. MenderConf is a conference on legacy code. And I learned in my life that there are two kinds of presenters. The first kind is the kind of people that start working on the slides the day before the event, and they change them until the moment in which they need to stand up and go to the stage. And then there are a few people like me that like to prepare the slides like 1 month in advance, so that by the time you have to give the presentation, you have already forgotten all the slides that you created. So I don't know, pick your poison, I guess. And the presentation I'm going to give is on code idioms. And so I was reflecting on how to present ideas and what is the significance of code idioms. And it came back to me something that I read in the amazing book by Feline Hermans, The Programmer's Brain, when she discussed the work of a Dutch psychologist, De Groot, Adrian De Groot, no idea about the name, probably also mispronouncing his name, but the psychologist made an interesting observation that basically, and I'm paraphrasing, and I suggest you to read the book to have a better sense of the idea. But my understanding is that the Groot says, all people have a limited amount of space in the working memory. We can simplify and say that we have between 5 and 9 slots. And the experts, in particular, studied people that were playing chess. The experts are very good because they're able to recognize pattern and corresponding abstraction. And so when they see a complex situation, they do not use the slots to represent the single elements of the situation. They instead represent the entire pattern or entire structure as a single slot. In that way, they're able to think about more complex strategies, more complex problems, to look farther ahead in the problem. And I think that code idioms play a similar mechanism, play a similar role when we understand code. So this is a slide I'm working on. I'm trying, of course, the image you can guess is generated, but what I'm trying to represent is the idea of a developer is not familiar with a code idiom, and so he has to think about the single elements of a certain piece of code, while an expert who is deeply familiar with the idioms doesn't see the single elements, but is seeing just the idiom. And so it frees up more slots to think about other aspects of the problem. And so I have a more complete view and a richer understanding of the code. So the idea of code idioms as element that increase our cognitive bandwidth. So trying to work on this idea to present it at this conference. So if you have better analogies or suggestion how to present it better, I will be very happy to hear them. So thank you and see you soon. Bye.